All right, fight fans, coming from the Fans Uzi Studios in Buffalo, New York. Welcome to Caveman Corner with your host, Jeff.
Captain Caveman!
Thanks.
Hey, how's it going, Ray?
Hey, what's up, man?
Ooh, I am beat, man. It was a hard-ass day.
I know. I see you walking like an old man, like you was 88 years old.
Yeah, that's how I feel after training some days.
You mentioned some of the names there. I was like, well, okay, yeah. You don't gotta explain yourself.
when you gonna come in? You should come in and get housed up by some of them guys, and we also need to still do our 10-minute submission grappling match.
All right, let's do the. We could do it Saturday class.
All right.
Saturday class.
All right.
Yep.
I'm gonna stick to you. Did you ever get those tickets from the football girl?
Wait, football season didn't start yet, but Brad, our friend Brad Kohler, the biggest slut in the studio, whoever came to Caveman Corner, biggest slut, he said he would go with us.
I don't know. He's got some fierce competition coming out with. We had the duct tape guy. He duct taped the hookers in a truck, Mark Hall.
Uh-huh.
And we had, who's the guy that was doing the translator? Oh, that was him, right?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Maybe he is the biggest slut.
Yeah. So we could go. Yeah, I want to do this, Caveman. This.
This is what it is, right?
Yeah. Oh my God, spooky in here. What the hell happened to the lights?
It's like it's just like when we're gonna do our conspiracy theory podcast. You might have to get up and hit the light.
Okay.
Our $10,000 studio is down to $8 studio because it's totally dark.
Yeah, the value of the studio every week goes down.
Yeah. They keep letting the 10-cent host in. That's the problem. A couple weeks out from the fight. You can look forward to the Mark Hall podcast. That should be coming out tonight or tomorrow night. Today is Sunday. So I don't know if I'm going to watch Walking Dead or not. But if I watch Walking Dead, it'll be out Monday. If I miss Walking Dead, it'll be out tonight. The owner of the studio needs to get in touch with the light fixture guy. Get that fixed up.
Come on, maintenance man. Do your job.
Yeah. And our computer screens are all dusty today.
Somebody needs to get fired for this shit.
Yeah. We're getting rid of this whole organization. Gonna take over. The money man's getting more money for us right now, though he's out of town, so.
Yeah, we got to get back to the $100,000 studio. Now we like a trailer park studio.
Yeah. No, we're not. We're like Trader Joe's right now. We're stepped down from wholesale grocers or whatever the nice place is.
We ain't Wegmans no more.
Yeah. No, we're above Wegmans. Trader Joe's better than Wegmans, right? Maybe we're tops right now. We were at least Wegmans.
Nah, we save a lot right now.
Nah, we're better to save a lot, dude. We still got a nice studio. Most of them clowns do it right out of their like freaking basements.
Bunk beds.
Yeah. Competition's not so fierce.
Yeah, we kick their ass too.
Mm-hmm.
We could whoop their ass and yeah, they ain't shit.
All right, anything else going on in the world of MMA for you?
Oh, Christina Williams.
Yeah,
she kicked ass in Belator.
Hell yeah.
The what's her name? The blonde-headed girl, the cute one.
The cute one?
Yeah, the cute girl.
Paige Van Zandt?
No.
That's the cute one.
Oh yeah, she is cute. The karate girl. She's the karate hottie.
No, that's Michelle Watterson. You're all confused.
Let me go on the computer real quick here.
No, don't look at that's porn. You can't look at that site.
Oh, come on.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Come on, Mans Rogers did it.
Mans Rogers didn't. It was on her phone that Mans Rogers did it.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. The girl's name was Heather Hardy that she fought. I think that's the girl you're looking for? The boxer girl?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everybody was, talking about this fight.
Mm-hmm.
You seen it all on Facebook, all the media outlet. They was talking about this fight. Now, this her first MMA fight?
I don't think so. That's her first combat sports loss. She was a very good boxer.
Another one for MMA.
Yeah. She came out in that swimming suit. Oh, my God. She looks pretty beautiful. She's 1-1 MMA now. So she had one win already. That wasn't her first fight.
Oh, okay.
That was her second fight.
How about Christina Williams? What's her record?
Christina Williams is 1-0 MMA as a pro. That was her pro debut. Actually, I followed her on Instagram. So there was a lot of lead up to the fight, and she was very excited to make it a pro debut. So I watched a lot of it on Instagram. And social media is a great thing because you can definitely follow them. So make sure you follow her on Instagram.
Yeah, it was our teammate was fighting too. Solomon.
Yeah, Solomon Renfro went down.
A Black Dragon.
Black Dragon.
So let me ask you this. Caveman. So Western New York MMA Fitness got have the 2 top fighters in New York State, right? You agree with that?
Maybe more than that, honestly. I mean, you can make a debate for more than that. Superfly's undefeated as well.
Right.
Pat Mix, Solomon, Superfly. Yep. Eric's got some losses, but Eric's right up there, man. He's going to be fighting for a world title in King of the Cage as well.
Now, Keith Foran is fighting King of the Cage, right?
Yeah, correct.
This could be his pro debut?
Pro debut against Jay Lawrence.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
And how about the guy you fighting, the chicken shit guy? I mean, not... Damn, I'm talking trash against your opponent.
I know. We're trying to get him on the show, Ray. This is going to be a good show. We got to try and get him next week. Vince Ciatoli is the guy I'm fighting.
Okay, I'm sorry, Vince.
Yeah, he's a tough guy.
Yeah, he's tough, man.
He's going to push the pace. He's not really too good at anything, but, man, he keeps coming forward, trying to beat my face in. It's going to be a good fight. He's bigger, stronger, younger, more handsomer.
Yeah, he got you beat, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I have something. I got old man strength on him. That's for sure.
You got that caveman strength.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I think I'm tougher.
You are tough, caveman. You're a tough son of a...
Man, we're not selling this fight very good. It's going to be a bloody battle. So make sure you pick up your tickets from me. I have lots of tickets.
Please.
Don't buy any from Vince because he don't need no more money. I'm an old man. I need money.
Caveman need the more money.
I got to pay for my diapers. I need diapers now. I'm old.
You got to get some...
adult Depends.
You got to get some Tylenol pain.
Yeah, Tylenol pain medicine so I can walk like a normal man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so what's our guest tonight?
We got Trigger here in the Caveman Corner.
Yeah, Mikhail Vaissenberg.
A.K.A. Trigger.
Yeah, A.K.A. Trigger. We're going to call him Trigger.
I like that name, Trigger. It sounds like a gangster name.
Ray is a gangster, so you better watch out for this guy. He's someone to sign. He's going to shoot people for you.
I don't know about all that.
We got on the show. One of your great fighters just had an awesome win. Everyone's talking about it everywhere we go.
Joe Rogan?
Yeah, Joe Rogan's talking about it in his podcast. Obviously, Christina's getting a lot of heat everywhere she goes. She just made a huge name for herself. You're her manager. We want to talk about other stuff, but we have to start here after that fight.
Yeah, no, I understand that. That makes sense. I mean, how can you not, right?
Right, exactly.
So, yeah, I mean, we're excited. This has like kind of been a little bit of a long time coming. Not really, even in that sense. It's been pretty quick, but we kind of were anticipating it. Like once the fight got offered, we knew it was tough. Like Heather's super tough. She's undefeated, 20-0 for a reason. But you know, our girl is very well-rounded. We knew that she had the skills and felt like she had that experience in the cage and all over, like in a different environment. That's kind of like lately you see all that. Like you can't really, like Conor McGregor, you can't go in a boxing ring and compete at high level. And I think that goes the same way no matter the level of the boxer. If you're going to come in and fight an MMA fighter, one that's got, you know, significant experience even at the amateur levels these days, just like they were saying on the broadcast, you know, it's going to be a different fight. And I think that's what posed the threat. And we knew we had a good game plan. And it's unbelievable now. Like she's a superstar overnight, you know? For
sure. Actually, I followed her on Instagram for a while. I mean, right before she had the big hit of everyone following her on Instagram before she signed this fight. And it's been interesting watching just on Instagram. So if you guys are out there, make sure you follow her on Instagram too. Social media is a great thing. A lot of these fighters are going to be overnight sensations, but that overnight sensation is made in the gym after all these fights, all these hours. They don't just come in and make a name for themselves. They've been training and they have all these fights behind them.
In the gym.
Yeah. So it's a great tool to watch people. Make sure you subscribe to her on Instagram as well.
Yeah, Warhorse MMA, that's her Instagram. And then for her Facebook, if you want that, it's, Christina Warhorse Williams. But we also got the Twitter's Warhorse MMA as well.
Coming into this fight, one of my good friends, I have him on the podcast a lot, Dr. Kroll. He's one of the guys that hooks me up because I fight too. And, I'm old, so I break down a lot. He's always fixing me up. We were watching this fight, and he's Heather Hardy, and he just listened to the the broadcaster, boxer against a Taekwondo girl. I'm gonna go boxer all the way, and he's like, man, was I wrong? Yeah, I guess you can't just go by styles anymore.
No, you can't.
Coming in.
No, you can't. Well, and that's boxing is one style. MMA is a whole completely different style of boxing, really. It's like striking more than boxing necessarily. And you've got like, all kinds of other elements. I was going to say like 4, but there's more than 4. It's just like a significant amount. Let's say that. I can't really count all of them,
Right, for sure. Coming in, what was your impression of Heather Hardy? Did you think that Christina was going to be able to dominate her and bloody her up and just kick her over and over like she did?
I actually did say that to a lot of people. Like, of course, I was nervous. Heather is so tough, and to think that, hey, we're jumping from amateur level here to, even though Heather was 1-0 as a pro, she's still a 20-0 boxer. So there's still those unknowns in the sense of like, man, are we really thinking this, or is there, any chance that we are wrong and things like that? Of course, that goes through your mind, but at the same time, I didn't really have like much fear of that because like after seeing Christina and training a little bit with her, like, I mean, I train at the same gym. I don't train like she does, but, and seeing what her progression has been. Also, she fought for me twice before this in 2 of her 3 MMA fights at HDMMA once and another Trigger KO show. So I've seen what she can do, and she was just one of those special type of prospects that you're just like, wow, like this girl is very well rounded. She is actually good on the ground for, there was questions about that. She's just like another great women's, prospect, like Julia Avila, basically. So we were confident. That's the main thing, is that the fight fit. Like, we were never considering debuting, not considering, but thinking that we would debut on Belator. You know what I mean? Who pro debuts on Belator? But when that comes up and you're like, well, this has got to get some serious consideration. If we were going to take a fight of that caliber, immediately out of the gate, this would be the fight because the matchup fit very, very well. So one of the things I actually expected, more than even so the kicks, because, she kicks exactly like, a war horse, but more kind of no, I guess all the pun intended. But anyway, no, so the main thing that I knew that, part of the game plan and what she's very deadly with are her elbows. And I'm sure you noticed that where in the clinch, especially up close, she would just start firing those nasty elbows. So that's another thing that I think she's just very diverse in her skills,
Yeah, she did not look like a debuting pro, that's for sure.
No, well, then she had 8 Muay Thai kickboxing fights, 1 amateur boxing, and 3 MMA. So really, that is a lot of cage, mat, whatever, or
a lot of ring time. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you get into managing? It seems like a very hard thing to jump into.
Yeah, well, and it is. It's like, it's challenging. It's like, but I really like it. Like, the main thing is like how well we've succeeded so fast. Like, I think what happened was I started off, and I built this kind of network of things that started basically from T-shirts. But anyway, that's beyond the point. The point is, like, I was helping a lot of fighters, and I really enjoyed doing that. I was sponsoring a lot of fighters through other companies, and like, everything was awesome and all that, but I was spending so much time on that. And I'm like, man, I really want to be more a part of this, but I also got to get something back from this, or it's like I'm dedicating such a significant chunk of my life without getting any return on it, which in essence kind of gets me to turn around and put it right back in and, grow it bigger. But so I started thinking, I'm like, look, I've helped these fighters. I think I understand the sport better than most. I've been and am on the matchmaker side, the promoter side, on the business side of things, even through whatever my, everything else I do. So I decided that I was like, look, I think representing the fighters would be something I'm very interested in, because I've seen how, and no one in particular here, but I'm just saying, like, there's managers out there, they're terrible. They don't understand business. They don't really care about the matchups. Like, and I really do like it. Plus I live it, so it's my favorite thing. Like, I guess I just wanted to be closer and help them out and, really promote and push MMA at another level, which I think kind of lately has been a little bit stagnant. It needed stars,
Definitely. It's a hard thing to get into if you don't have the contacts. I know a lot of great guys that can manage people really well, but unless you have the contacts, it's hard to get into the big shows as well.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when I started anything and everything in MMA, basically, I had not a single contact I knew in it. I just kind of worked my way up, got into the right places, and proposed the right ideas, and it's definitely hard because how do you get, past the same people that are already there trying to keep theirs?
Well, you're doing something right to get a pro debut like that just made a huge splash in the whole MMA world.
Yeah, everybody's talking about it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Very fortunate. And it's like a blessing because I'm friends with her, too. And, you know, I mean, it's kind of like a family because, I mean, I train with them. So it's a different thing here. And, like, same thing, like Derek Atkins, actually, he's a really good MMA fighter. He's out of the same gym. He's fought at Belator and LFA. I believe he's 10-4. He's one of the coaches and one of the fighters at that gym. And he's the first one that was like, hey, you got to watch out for my girl here, man. And he was telling me about her. I'm like, okay. And, you know, he wasn't wrong because I watched him. I'm like, holy crap, this girl is deadly at this level already. And just fierce, like so composed, so freaking calm. Like leading up to a fight, it cracks me up because sometimes she's more like, you know, oh man, do you really think or this or that? Like she's more like, I get not ever doubting. She never doubts herself or anything, but she's more questioning different things leading up. But every time it's like she gets in the cage, it's like she's like an Anderson Silva calm. It's like everything is gone, you know, and it's amazing. So that's actually how I got in contact, kind of learned her, promoted her, and then, yeah, like through doing things right, I guess you could say, you know, partnering with these guys and women as well. And we have like, 25 fighters now on the roster.
Wow, 25 fighters?
Busy man.
Yeah, we started in April for the management firm side.
Wow.
You're a busy dude.
So I'll tell you who I got. Like, what's up?
I say you're a busy dude. You train, right? You train, you manage people, and you got a promotion too, right?
I got a promotion. I also run. I started like a clothing line, so I run. And I'm I guess you say president over it. I own it, but there's a Vintage Warrior. We own that. Also Trigger KO, the sports network. That and then not to mention all that crap. Well. I'm a daytime like engineer too for the Air Force.
Oh wow,
holy cow!
Busy.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like I'm like seriously on the weekends. Like I used to go out all the time and all that, and I still like it, like for events. But I don't even have time anymore. Like I'll sit there, and that's the only part that sucks. I have to sit a lot. There's a lot of laptop work stuff, so I'll be sitting there for like 8 to 10 hours sometimes on a Saturday, just nonstop. Freaking, you know, sometimes more.
Speaking about promotion, you got a show coming up, right?
Yeah. On Saturday, actually, this week, HDMMA 10. Christine is actually going to special guest that one too. But yeah, we got some more prospects. We've had a lot of prospects come out of HD recently. You know, and we're kind of a new promotion in the sense of it's only been like 2 years since I took over. I took over after the first 2 shows, which I guess just didn't go as planned or whatever. Like, you know, that wasn't kind of like my business. So I'm not going to discuss, you know, how or what. I don't know what was going on there. But anyway, they gave me an opportunity. Same kind of thing. My buddy Derek, you know, kind of me and him were going to do it. And I just did so well at it and kind of took off with it. He's like, dude, I ain't got, you know, the time. You're doing awesome, blah, blah. And anyway, so we're on our 10th show. We've done shows in between. I've done a show with like Tito Ortiz and, you know, some other, people before. And then this one is, we got a 5-0 kid, J.R. Cowran. He's a stud. That's another one of those we got to watch out for, fighting another really, really good Midwest prospect, Alex McGowan. So yeah, we got a card Saturday.
Are you going to have to focus on one or the other? It sounds like you got a lot of stuff going on. A stable of 25 fighters. I know it's good to have your own promotion. You can get your guys fights, though, right? Well,
the good thing is this. So I'm with you on that. That's almost like, I was like, how do we prevent conflict of interest and things like that? So first of all, I own the firm, like the TKO Combat Sports. I'm, you know, whatever, the owner, the founder. I've got a business partner, Reese Wiskovich, and we have some people, you know, that help us. But basically, he handles all that stuff. He does the fighter contracts. Like, I'll handle mainly the marketing and the direction. And, you know, like we discuss, of course, who we want, we want to sign and things like that. But overall, I don't really have to do, you know, as much on the other side where that's his duties. That way as well, if I'm promoting a show and he wants to put a guy, you know, say on that show, then, you know, he handles that, all that. And we never ever take from the fighter as well, which we did like specifically for that reason. We like made an agreement basically saying, hey, if one of our guys or the firm that you own, because you own it and you're running the show, if that ever ends up happening, the fighter will never have to pay any cut to the manager basically for that, and keeps his full purse, because otherwise it's kind of like double dipping. If I, whether I make or lose, money on the promotion, if I make money and then we take from the fighter, it's like I'm double dipping. So we would never do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's awesome.
So just different little safeguards like that we put into place, and some things I just keep my hands off in order to, not mess up the process and keep it, the integrity and all that stuff.
Having a good integrity is important in this business. There's not too many people that would do what you're doing. Obviously, if you got guys that manage, most of managers are going to take that money, whether it's their promotion or another promotion, it doesn't matter, That's how they make money.
We just signed a guy recently. He had a fight, but he already had that fight, right before we signed him. So we were like, we're not going to take his money. Then we told him the same thing, like, keep your money, man. Like, we're not, that's the thing. I didn't get into management for money. We've got to make money, like in any business or anything you put time into to survive. You know what I mean? You can't survive or thrive, whatever you call it, like whatever your goals are, but you can't do it for free all the time, because then you just kind of, you're not really getting anywhere. But as far as what we're doing it for is to really kind of revive the industry, give a little more focus to the fighter, really spotlight kind of, what they're going through, their names, because I feel like I said, there's only a few stars and there's a need for them. And in general, like, it seems like not everybody's able to break through without enough promotion themselves,
Before I get back to you, I got a great question about the UFC. It seems like the UFC's having a little bit of Conor McGregor hangover. It seems like their numbers haven't been so good since the Conor McGregor fight, and they haven't really been able to put on like a show that really sells. Is that due to not marketing fighters? Is that due to the money being gone? What do you think as a promoter?
Well, so I think Conor McGregor is like probably the most, lucrative piece a promoter could have ever had, because that guy is incredible as far as what he does for marketing and all that. So I definitely think they're having that, because when you take it to that level, whether you like it or not, because to be honest, like, I don't like all the antics. I don't like, when he's saying certain things, but what it does is it still gets me interested. It gets the people that like him or don't like him interested. So when you're at that level of hype, or you're at that level of negativity where you're like, God, I'm sick of him, or man, I love him, and you're putting everything into this fight, you're so excited, and then that's over, and they don't have another superstar you can get behind like that, you're naturally not going to be as interested, because what is it going to take for you to be that excited, when you've already been at the peak? It's almost like, I don't know, like, you've experienced the best. How are you going to go to something not as exciting,
Definitely. Once you go McGregor, I guess you don't go back.
No, yeah, exactly. No, but that's what I'm saying, basically. It's freaking crazy how it works, but there is clearly, to me, better fighters out there. But at the same time, not much more excitement than he generates,
No, especially with John Jones being out as well.
Yeah, that's another one, exactly. Love him or hate him, man, you want to see him.
Yeah.
For sure. No matter what, he's the best talent I think that's ever fought MMA.
Me too.
Even with all the problems he's got outside the cage, it sucks that he's ruining his career with it. But
yeah, I agree. And look at his record. I mean, he's the best. Like, it's hard to, you could say, well, he's on steroids or he wasn't, or whatever. Yeah. Okay, that's true. But at the same time, unless they wipe out that record and like he becomes like whatever, that record is still there. He still beat all those guys, and whatever the asterisk is doesn't count. The stat still counts. And if you look on paper, he's probably the best ever.
Definitely. How do you think the November 4th card is going to do with GSP's return?
Well, I think it's exciting. I think it's going to give fans finally kind of a reason to cure that hangover a little bit. But I'm also not sure if it's going to do the same thing that he used to do. You know what I mean? Because it seems like, I don't know, to me at least, the promotion hasn't been. It's been okay, but I also feel like because they are almost too friendly, where if you're going to talk crap like this thing does and all that, and GSP is always smiling, it's almost making it awkwardly like, fake. You know what I mean? Like, so you're like, okay, well, and the fight's just weird. Like, I want to see it. I will see it. Absolutely, 100%. But I'm not, like, excited about it. I'm just like, oh, cool. I want to see GSP come back. I love that guy. That's about all I feel,
I'm so not excited to see it, but I'm going to buy it anyways. I feel like it's one of those kind
that's
of fights.
What I'm saying. GSP.
I just hope he don't lay and pray.
That's the only way he's going to beat him.
No,
he's going to be able to
yeah,
take
I mean,
Bisping down and beat him up, I think.
That's what he probably will. Yeah, I mean, but isn't that Garbrandt is on that card, right? Versus freaking Dillashaw, right?
Yeah, that Dillashaw card.
Yeah, that whole card is amazing.
That's
so,
a super card.
That part of it is, yeah. So, I mean, the fight might not be exciting, but it's a big fight, and every other fight's good. That's counting me in.
I'm gonna get it, Ray, and I will actually pay for it so you can come over, so I don't gotta steal money from UFC anymore.
Oh, okay.
So you have this HD promotion going on. What do you do? What is that exactly that you do there?
Okay, so I don't. I'm not the head guy there. I actually I guess you could say like director of operations or whatever on the MMA side. But now we've actually kind of merged the boxing in and are doing MMA with that too. So I guess maybe for all of it in a sense. But he's the owner. He's the president. He makes ultimate say. I'm basically second in the company. I started as a matchmaker and then I got moved up within like 2 shows. And so, yeah, we basically do that. And I run the MMA side heavily. He runs the boxing side heavily for those shows. And, I do the matchmaking and, all the other stuff too, like the operations. And I do a lot of promoting myself in general. Like I still do a lot of social media stuff. We have a person, but I think I'm pretty decent at it and I enjoy doing it,
Now you do pro fights and amateurs or just amateurs?
Yeah, it's they're all pro-am cards. So yeah, we just kind of mix and match depending on availability, of course, and matchups and what's around.
I heard Caveman's looking for a fight.
I got a fight, but I'm always looking for a fight.
You might have to go. You might have to go to Oklahoma.
That's fine.
Oklahoma.
I get this.
Yeah. What's your? I forgot what you're at. 45 or what was your weight class?
I fight 45. I'm going up to 55 to fight this guy I called out. So I kind of got to suck it up a little bit and fight a fatty weight class. But I'll fight 45.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I thought it was.
Yeah, I fought catches at 40 before. I mean, I'm pretty small for 55, but
yeah.
This guy.
We got some talented guys in our gym.
We do. We got Pat Mix. Fighting for the KOTC championship.
Yeah.
Solomon Renfro 2-0.
Yeah. We got some tough guys.
Yeah. Superfly.
That's awesome.
Sean Felton gonna be 4-0 soon.
Yep.
All undefeated pros.
That's awesome. Where exactly in New York is it?
Buffalo, New York.
Oh, Buffalo. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
We just had the
Bills
UFC.
fans, right?
We just had the UFC. We're starting to get on the map.
Oh yeah, that's right. All right, good. Well, yeah, because like the Bills is all I know about Buffalo.
And how about the wings? Chicken wings, right?
Yeah, chicken wings too.
Yeah.
Hey, you're a veteran. Now that we got onto the Buffalo Bills real quick, I got a great question to ask you. What do you think about the players kneeling?
So I think I know I don't like it. I definitely don't like it, but I also understand that there's an absolute right to do that. Like that's part of the freedoms that we have. I also think that it's silly when people are like, well, Kaepernick should have a job and this is bullcrap. And then the other people are like, well, it's bullcrap that, like that they won't give him a job. But the other people are saying the same thing. Then they get mad when the company or whatever reacts and says, well, yeah, we don't want to give you a job for that. You have the same right to speak and protest, but you have the same right to react. So I don't like how both sides are like basically taking one and not willing to understand that the side opposite of them is exactly the same, because you have to give them that right to react, in whatever fashion, not whatever legal fashion they want back,
Yeah.
So yeah, like I don't like it, but I think it's fine. I think that's what he wants to do. That's what he, okay. If it's somebody doing that during my show, I probably won't bring him back. Not probably, I know I won't. That's just how my choice is and my, I guess, view on it. But at the same time, somebody would get mad now, like, well, you're not understanding. I'm like, well, if I'm understanding the right for somebody to do it, you got to understand my right to not want to do it, see it again.
Yeah, because you got the right to do it against the, with the government, but like if you're a private company, if the owner don't want you to do it, you can't do it.
Yeah, exactly. Why should I be forced? If I don't agree with something, it's not like I'm like saying like I don't like somebody based on the race or religion or whatever. Like that's terrible. That's the stuff that we're trying to fight against. But if I don't like something that you're doing or you're displaying it, and it kind of, what if I'm a patriotic U.S. whatever, where clothing company or something, and you've got somebody doing that, it kind of goes against exactly what the image of the company is, and that could hurt business. So you got to be protected both ways, and you can't really be angry either way, because that's the American freedom. That's the thing I like, and the thing I don't understand at the same time is like, look, have a side, but don't get mad at the other. They got, the right too. So,
Yeah.
So I guess that sums it up.
So, yeah, you're a busy man. I don't know how you do it, man.
I don't either sometimes, but I just keep doing it, and that's all it is. Like, I just keep doing it, but eventually, yeah, like I just keep growing. I do so much still myself. I've actually been looking to hire some social media stuff and do some more stuff to grow here, but yeah, I don't know. Pretty soon I'm going to get real tired to where I do want a little more time. So,
Now, how long you been training MMA for?
Oh man, I ain't even gonna count it. I started 6-7 months ago, maybe 8 months now. But the thing is, I did it not MMA, but I just trained a little bit off and on, growing up and in the years. But I never really did it consistently. That's one thing is I can't say I acted what I'm on the business side at, because I really never did. I grew up, I wrestled a little bit and did tank judo and things like that. But MMA wise, no. And now I'm just really mainly training Muay Thai. I really like Muay Thai. That's something
same
I wish
here.
I started earlier, man. I love that stuff. But took me forever. I mean, in the Marines, you mess around with that, whatever. But not the same thing, man. I started doing Muay Thai. I'm like, dude, I love this stuff. Like, how the hell did I take all these years to freaking do it?
I started late too doing it, and I started when I was 34 years old.
Yeah, dude, I'm 35, so yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. I mean, I still I enjoy it, and it's never too late. I'm fortunate enough to be blessed to not have a bunch of injuries in my life that growing up or even in the military or anything. I'm pretty healthy, so my body hasn't taken much toll or anything. So maybe at my 35, I'll have a little more time to, if I want to compete, do that.
Yeah, I think you guys are pretty young. I'm at 40. I'm still trying to bang it out in a pro level. It's a little tough on my body, too. I got to see the doctor.
Damn, yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm lucky. I'm freaking Cinderella compared to you, where you've been with that shit. Jesus.
Caveman been fighting when there was no rules.
Yeah, I had my first fight in 1995.
That's freaking awesome. That's I've met I've recently, that's part of when I started watching it really, and it's and my dad got me into it, but that's lately, some of the first people I ever met or started working with and partnered, still actually work with a lot of them. But anyway, some guys like Shamrock and, Severn a little bit. And then a good friend now is Anthony Macias, who's just awesome. He's one of the referees here in Oklahoma. And just all these legends from I guess your guys' time. And man, that's kind of what got me into it. So I love it. I think it's freaking cool because that's the stuff I grew up watching,
It is amazing. It was a lot different. It wasn't even really a sport. It was just a bunch of tough guys trying to fight. I've come through the whole evolution of MMA, and it's a lot different now. It's way more professional. Some of these guys are athletes.
Oh, yeah.
Some of these guys are athletes and fighters. Back then, there was just fighters. I mean, I've been stopped by headbutts before. It's a totally different story. No weight classes.
It's freaking business. Yeah. Absolute business now. But that's what happens with anything that makes money, and the people that turn it into an actual business rather than just kind of a novelty, that's the ones that really get there. I mean, they make mistakes I think the Reebok deal, but yeah, man, it's from watching it at least, it's not even close to the same thing anymore.
I really think that oh, I'm sorry, that was me. My phone went off. I'm sorry, I apologize. I don't have my my silence on. My bad, Ray. I yell, and he does it every podcast, and now I did it one time. 46 podcasts in, this is the first time I did it, so I'm sorry. And now I lost my train of thought, too. Go ahead, Ray. What were you going to say?
Don't ever do it again, Caveman.
No, I won't. All right. Okay. So I think the product is 1,000 times better now than it was back in the day, because back then it was just some guys that really didn't know everything.
Yeah,
These guys today are just phenomenal athletes.
Back in the days, guys had jobs, and they're working 8 hours, and then they had to go to the gym for a couple hours. Nowadays, you got guys training all day, good athletes.
All working with personal coaches. As a promoter, do you try and associate your team with a PT to make sure all you guys are staying healthy and getting the proper movement coaching and strength and conditioning coaches and chiropractors and all that, or are you still too new to be able to get into all that?
Well, as far as that, no, because we're still kind of like a small local to regional promotion. So more like in the sense of, I follow up on them, make sure they're healthy. I talk to their coaches. I make sure that, they're training. I make sure that they're not just like coming off the street, basically, because at this level, there's stuff like that happens. And so we definitely check, make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do. And, all the medicals when the commission requires them. And of course, they do their medicals. And so they're checked by physicians. We do everything we can with what we have, in the sense of to make sure that they're doing that. But as far as like chiropractors and things like that, that's really on them to manage their career until we're at the level, I believe, like of the sign guys, where we have these multi-fight deals and we're having to, we're either grooming or just, our fighters are fighting for us long term. Of course, we got to, as an employer, make sure they're doing whatever they best for the company. But if you're just doing one-off fights, like at this level, it's kind of hard to do that because you're really like, oh, hey, do you want to fight for us this card? That guy might not come back. It's a different situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. You need to have a huge team and guys that are bringing in some serious money to be able to do that, to make it profitable.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like we have, we're packing out these freaking, Madison Square Gardens and then absolutely. But here, it's nothing to be able to do that with.
For our fans that don't really understand, can you tell the whole world how much money you make from managing fighters?
Oh, it's not very much at all because you gotta understand, not every fighter, like you think that, excuse me, that's my dog. So you had your phone, now my dog's barking. So hold on. But
That's right. I'm going to erase my phone part, so I'm going to leave this part in.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can erase this part too? Hold on. Hey! Stop it.
I'm leaving that in for sure.
Okay. Thanks. But so what else? Like the managing, no, it's not very much. So it's just like a small percentage from the fighters because really if you, at the local or regional level, for example, they get a fight, it's like, sometimes in the hundreds of dollars to show and hundreds to win. So it's not like every fighter you see is out there making a lot of money. That's why actually it's so important for fighters to have sponsorships and get sponsorships and kind of market themselves because they're not getting really big purses. There's so many shows and so much saturation in this market that there's just not the money like that yet. So there's not much. It's just like a small percentage off the purse. You could do the math if you do, something off $500 and you do like 5, 10, whatever, I don't know, percent, like 15%, like anything like that, like it's, I don't know, equals out to very little money. So it's not about the money, but, when you have active fighters and they're constantly fighting and the bankroll builds and, you reinvest because a lot of what we do too at our cost, we run Facebook ads and we do different other things to make sure they're promoted well. And so it's not like, it's a slow growth. It's not about the money. It's just making it. And that, where you get the money is the big contracts and the big shows,
Definitely. I mean, I just want my fans to understand. I definitely get it because I'm on that level now. I know how much guys make, and I know how much management it takes. And then you always hear people trash these managers, like, "Oh, why is a manager taking this fight? Why are they taking that fight?"
And then pro fighters selling tickets too.
Yeah,
got
for sure.
Tickets, to make the extra money.
Yeah, that's important. Like even at the higher levels, you'd think like that kind of stops, and that's what I used to think before I was promoting. Like they stopped worrying about that; they just promote it itself. Really, that's not true because it's very hard, like especially for casual fans who might not be fans of MMA, to jump into just random MMA. They got to know someone. So a lot of times, people don't get that. Like, yes, it's on the promoter to promote well. Clearly, if you don't promote well at all and you suck, and your guys are selling tickets, you're not going to sell as many tickets, and your show sucks. But if you're doing both and the fighters are selling, you can't really promote without fighters selling at this level, at least. In the UFC, yeah, but even at the levels below that, like a lot of the undercards, they got to be guys and girls, I guess, that bring in fans,
Definitely. It's a tough business. People don't realize how much selling tickets matters when you're trying to sign fights.
Yeah, exactly. It's money. Like everything is money, and you got to promote yourself. You got to market yourself. If you're quiet, you don't sell $1. Like, why would I want to pay someone, $2 or $3 or even, hundreds or thousands of dollars to go and bring me what I make a fight that loses me money? What good as a business owner, for example, or a promoter would that do me? Like, why would I make your fight if you cost me $3-4 grand unless you're like this great, amazing fighter, which will just make it up in TV time or pay-per-view sales. But at this level, you don't have that. So that's what fighters don't do. Like, man, I want to be this, and you got to pay me that. And I'm like, dude, are you going to cover it, or is your opponent going to do it, or is the fight right? If he's not, how the hell do you make money with just a random fight that people won't come to watch? No matter how good sometimes a guy is, that's what's sad about it. And I've mitigated it. I kind of balance it well. Sometimes you see these lopsided fights for that reason, but I don't do that. That's just stupid. That no integrity or sanctity in that. But you got to have a balance, basically, is the point.
Yeah, that's all poignant points that not too many people know about this level of MMA. It's so hard to get fights, and
yeah, no, and that's like promoters. Yeah, there's a lot of bad promoters, but you got to understand there are a lot of good ones too. That people like they don't understand how hard it is. It's so hard to succeed in this business. Like we've been very fortunate. We work very hard. We have a very good team. No way without them I could have done anything like that myself. But at the same time, if you look at most promotions, startups, whatever, they're coming in and they're done after one show. It's just because it's very hard.
And then the promoter got to pay for the insurance, right? For the fighters?
Oh, yeah. The promoter, yeah, you got state limits, and whatever the state says, hey, you got to cover, you got to cover. So
don't go to New York State. Don't go to New York
Stay
State.
out of New York State.
Oh, no, they're worse. Yeah, up there, like Christina's medicals were astronomical. Like, I mean, she had to do her, different scans and MRI and freaking EKG and like all these crazy things. And then the insurance is more expensive. Like everything's more expensive for sure. Like the commissions are definitely a lot more strict.
Yeah, there's no like pro-am shows up here in New York because if you're a pro-am show, you have to cover like every fighter's a professional, and they have to all have that $1 million brain insurance on every fight if you have a professional fight. So there's only UFC and Bellator at the pro level here, or reservation fights.
And they try to get into the jiu-jitsu tournaments.
Yeah, they're trying to get into jiu-jitsu and just like in Toronto, like up in Toronto in Canada, they're banned like they ban mixed martial arts and they're banning like jiu-jitsu, so they're not even having jiu-jitsu tournaments up there anymore.
That's crazy. That's freaking stupid. Was that the whole situation with the Judo Federation or something, or was that something else? No, that was in a different country. Never mind. I don't know what I'm thinking.
Whatever.
Now I sound like somebody that doesn't know anything.
That was in Mexico.
Canada's not a real country anyways.
No, I don't think it was there either, but no. It was just like one of those, like, oh, never mind. Let's not talk about it.
Definitely, man. You seem like a really cool guy. It must be pretty easy for you to negotiate with these fighters and get everything signed and sealed. But can you tell how hard it is to put one of these shows together? This is a really hard thing to do. I worked really closely with one guy, Don Lilly, that used to put shows together in New York, and I know the trials and tribulations of losing fights at the last minute, even at the professional level. So can you just go through like your daily lead up to a fight and then fight night?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a nightmare, and it's like I like it at the same time. Like I love talking to the fighters. I like the fighters. Like I make a lot of friends with them. It's like it's just kind of a byproduct of just talking to people, I guess. And so I really enjoy being there, like down in the grind, like being part of the cage side life. So like I'm really good with that. And like I think like you said, like easy to negotiate. I think that's true because I'm fair. I understand market rates. I'm in this for business. I can't sit here and put myself out. But at the same time, I understand what fighters are paid. I understand what they're worth. And I also understand the value of what they bring as far as their promotion and like what they do for themselves as well. So like I'm really, I try to make sure I'm fair. And if I, can pay a little more than someone else, I absolutely don't have a problem doing that. So like that part is actually pretty easy, making the fights, getting it negotiated. I don't really usually have long negotiations at all. And, once that's done, of course you do all the contracts and stuff, but at the same time, it's a whole team. You've got to book, different dates and venues and commission stuff and, marketing stuff. I mean, it's a never ending circle. So to get in like every day, every step, like we'll be here for hours. But as far as what it is, it's definitely overwhelming. You're like trying to do it as one person. It's going to be everything you do, and you need to have a team. It's just not feasible. So, and that's another hard thing too, because you got to be able to sell. And if you don't, you got to pay your team. That's another expense. So that's why I think so many people do it by themselves, but it's very hard to do that, Yeah.
Can you tell about how frustrating it is for fighters that don't show up or they
Hello?
lost their tickets or try and rip you off.
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear us?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Ray, what'd you
Hello?
No.
I don't know.
Hey.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Ray,
we hear you.
We hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, something happened. It was like I couldn't hear you, and then it came back.
Oh.
That's Ray. He's messing with his phone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
He got bored by you, man. He's the worst co-host ever.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. See, that's why you don't ask what the day-to-day is about a promotion, because, man, that's going to take, we're going to be here for like 3 hours. So
Yeah.
basically, it sucks. It's stressful, and it's fun, too. Come fight day, it's freaking awesome. It's everything you built, and you get to watch front row, and that's what I love. So for me, it's awesome. But like I said, yeah, it's grueling, to say the least.
What kind of clothes do you make with your clothing line?
We do like, I guess, athletic apparel, say, like more geared towards the combat sports industry. We do a lot of fight shorts. We've got t-shirts. I mean, we've got everything like that too, but we also do like custom fight stuff for fighters and gyms and, for banners or whatever. Like, we've sponsored like Shamrock for his Belator fight. We backed Christina. So like those shorts she had on, that's our company made those,
Oh, very cool.
We do a lot of that. It's basically like a small, I don't want to call it, I don't want to call it another company name because I'm trying to go to a different direction than a lot of those companies, but it's like it's not really an MMA brand. It's more like a vintage sports brand that's in combat sports kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I kind of get you. Do you do like
I don't want to dig it in.
one-offs and stuff? I'm looking for fight shorts myself, so.
Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah, we do that. Like, I would have to get you put in contact with the shop. And, I mean, I can monitor it, too. I always help out if they get confused or whatever. But, yeah, we do one-offs, like custom shorts, whatever. And, yeah, I mean, one-offs, of course, are always going to be more because, like, when you make something in bulk and sell it. But they're pretty legit. I can definitely talk to you offline for that. You mind if I shout out the website?
Oh, heck no.
Oh, hell no. You could. Yeah.
That's what we're here for. We're here to promote.
Yeah, it's vintagewarrior.us. That's the website, or www. However you want to type it. But yeah, vintagewarrior.us.
And then when we upload the podcast, we could.
Well, I'll put a link on it for sure.
Oh yeah.
Link right to that site.
Oh, cool. So, yeah, thanks. And once you do a podcast, we'll share it in our Trigger KO network and stuff like that as well, because that's where we get all our like media and all that, just like the clothing stuff. But so yeah, we'll share it in different places.
Did you ever think of giving Heather Hardy the like some of your fight wear to wear instead of that swimsuit that you wore to the weigh-ins?
Well, I didn't. First of all, if I knew she was going to do that, I would have absolutely yeah, sure, we'll take care of both of you. But I didn't know that. But now I'm like, I actually thought that too. I don't want to. No offense here, because she's awesome. She's real classy. So, but I'm like, yeah, that the wardrobe needs a little help.
You know what?
Everything else, she's cool. Like, no problem.
Caveman keep bringing it up. I gotta check it out. I ain't get to see her.
You didn't get to see her in that swimsuit?
No.
It's right here. Look. That's her in a swimsuit with the glasses on.
I've seen a lot of black and white photos from in the past with people wearing stuff like that.
She got the King Kong Bundy.
Yeah, she's got the King Kong Bundy outfit on.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on there.
Oh, man.
Did
you? Were you at the weigh-in? When they weighed in?
No, I was supposed to go on this trip, but some things came up last minute with some of the other stuff we're doing because we have a movie we're filming and stuff. So I just couldn't go, and yeah, it sucks. But I had to do it here. We had a big watch party. And
yeah, I seen you on Facebook post that picture of the chair with your name on it.
Yeah, I was pissed. They were like, "Hey, man, are you sitting next to me?" And I'm like, "Oh, thanks. You already know." Like, I just start rubbing it in. Like, I couldn't go. Great. I'm gonna send them a picture. Good.
Ray saw that picture online, and he was like, "How do I get a chair like that?" That's the first thing we're gonna ask that guy. But
yeah.
How do you what?
How do you get a chair like that at Bellator? That's what he wants to know, Ray.
I mean, you just gotta prove yourself, I guess, in what you're doing and the media, and apply and have, I guess, that background and that what they're looking for. Because there's not like a specific demographic or credential. It's just like whether they like what you're bringing, I guess, to the table or not. I don't even know what the specifics would be.
Man, whenever I go to something, they stick me way up in the press booth. I'm like way far away from everything.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and then part of it too, like, I mean, of course, when I'm in management capacity, if there's room for an extra corner, or sometimes I'll be a corner as well, so I get that. But overall, I think it's just whatever they feel the benefit of you being there is probably something to that effect. If I'm thinking business,
For sure. It looks like you just have the newest internet sensation on your roster, so I think you'll be getting a lot more invites everywhere you want to go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, and that's what's cool. She's not letting it get to her at all. Every time she's just like, "Oh, this is cool. Oh, this is cool." She's really humble and just really, yeah. She's not not mesmerized or whatever, shocked or like feeling like overwhelmed. She's just really humble and just like, okay, this is cool. Like I'm working for it,
Oh, yeah.
She has a lot of mental fortitude because I don't know if you saw it or not. Another girl came up and was challenging her opponent right before the fight at the weigh-ins. I thought that was pretty disrespectful too.
Yeah, that was so stupid. Like, man, like, and you already lost, like, too, on top of that. You just look like a sore loser now. Why are you doing that? Like, yeah, like, come on, man. Like, so I thought that was stupid. She was, like, trying to take the spotlight away from the girls. I actually like what Heather did, like, some fan or something. I read it somewhere in passing. They were like, "Heather, who was that?" Or whatever. She's like, "It doesn't matter. That's irrelevant," or something like, "Dang, this dog's going to drive me crazy." And I can't do anything about it because it's like I put it in the backyard, so it doesn't do that. But hey, I'm gonna have to. Sorry, 1 second.
That's all right. We had Stefan Bonner on, and his dogs were crazy too.
Shit, I'm gonna put him in here. Yeah, no. So she was like, "It's irrelevant. Don't even say her name." Something like that. Like basically, yeah. Why give a name to a troll like that? Like,
yeah.
Because honestly, like that's the best way to feed one. Because sometimes I'll troll online just for fun, And the best way to feed that is for you to respond. So.
Yep.
The night before the fight, the night of the weigh-ins, it's all I was reading about. I didn't see anything about your girl. I don't like that. I don't like the way the media covers it like that sometimes, and that's all the blurbs you see on Facebook. Actually, I saw a lot of stuff from you about the fight too. You do a great job with your social media.
Oh,
I don't know if that's you or your guy.
That's him.
We've got a team, so.
Yeah.
That's freaking the weigh-ins. They didn't cover us at all. I mean, they brought us in there to lose, and guess what? Well, they got a new star out of us now. I was telling them, I was like, "Hey, we're not going to lose. We're not like you don't understand the caliber of this girl. I'm telling you, she's going to be something special." And I was saying that over and over and over, and but hey, I get it. Like that was their star. They were looking for someone to fight, and we brought it.
Did you have a multi-fight contract before this fight or no?
What for Christina?
Yeah, for Bellator.
We have an option. We do have 2 fights, so as long as they want to pick up that option, which I do not understand why they wouldn't. You know what I mean? They got to pick it
sure.
up. So, so we should be back here whenever they're ready for us to be back, and she's ready. I mean, she's a little bruised up in her leg, but there's really nothing. She basically walked away with without a scratch, almost. Like just a really good fight for her, and she was the better girl that night. So we're happy, man. We're ready for her to take that next step. She's very well rounded. I mean, constantly developing. So I think that showed the potential already. So
yeah, she has a great following. One more nice win, and you guys should cash in.
UFC.
Oh, absolutely. That's what. Oh, yeah. I mean, and look at how people are responding to her after one fight, like, and who she is and how humble she was, and the press conference. Even then, like, she's never done anything at that level, like ever. Like that was the first time she was on that stage, and that's a heck of a brave girl. Like she just stepped up there like a boss. Now he knocked the girl, in the twilight and went up there on the stage and didn't, no sense of cockiness, no chip on her shoulder, like she said. I'm impressed. Like whatever, man. I'm a fan too of my people, So and that's well deserving. I think she's definitely handling it like a boss.
Do you think that's actually a problem for her going forward in the future, to not be so loud and not be so arrogant?
No, because I think that there's a difference. I think the way she does it, I think it's respectful, but I think it's really almost humbling to the point, like, man, this girl believes in herself so much. She's so, like, marketable. She's so, like, pleasant to deal with, and, like, people just like her, like, they gravitate to her. Like, and you could see the media was just swarming her, and from everything I hear as well, and, like, people, just oozed over her, and I get it because she's just a stone cold killer. She's calm. She doesn't let anything get to her. She speaks well, and I don't think she likes promoting. I think she promotes a different way. She doesn't have to be like, hey, yo, whatever. Like, I don't want to. I was almost about to cuss. I don't know if I'm supposed to cuss.
You can
in your
cuss,
podcast.
man. We
Yeah,
don't
you
care.
can curse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say basically like saying something like, "Hey, bitch," you know, whatever, like things like, like get gangster for a second, like you thought I was a gangster in the beginning, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but whatever. I'm just saying, like, she's not like that, but I think she's got that GSP thing. Like, he's like that. Like, does he do that? No, but man, they love him. Randy Couture, they love him because that confidence. I think there's two things. I think there's that boisterous whatever that people love and gravitate to, and you know the shit talking. But then I also know that there's that like confidence, like that you see that people literally like are so strong and so confident that everybody gravitates to them, and that's why I mentioned like GSP and Randy Couture and all that. Randy Couture, he's just smiling all the time, and like, but when you walk out, like at least to me, you feel goosebumps, because that's like Captain America. You know what I mean? Like it was just like, man, that guy is the man.
There's
You just
just
know.
certain fighters with that charisma. I always felt like Matt Hughes was like that too. When Matt Hughes walked out,
Yeah, there you go.
I was just about to
charisma,
see
that's the word
something,
I'm
and he
looking
was really cocky kind of too. But
Yeah, he was.
yeah, he's gonna have that quiet guy. But another guy like
I
John
like Randy
Fitch.
Couture. Randy Couture was good, and you know what I like about Randy is he was like in his 40s, kicking these young dudes' ass.
Yeah, I like that
Mhm.
too.
Yeah, he's my favorite for sure. Like he, but that guy. Yeah, that's the kind of fighters I like. And you said it, charisma. That's exactly it. Like she has charisma, and she just had her first pro fight, and she has that charisma. That's insane.
Yeah. The good thing is her fighting style's not boring either. You see some of the really humble guys from the wrestling background that they're boring fighters too, but she is anything but boring.
No, she's very exciting. She's pretty well rounded. You know, she's got a lot of really good athletic ability, and she's definitely got everything that I think it takes for getting to that next level. So long as she keeps working hard and the promotion continues, and yes, she has it. That's what we're really excited about. Just a really confident girl.
Hey, do you guys got like a YouTube channels for your got like fights on it?
Yeah, so for HD MMA, it's actually HD Promotions on YouTube. But Trigger has their own channel too, where some of the fights from there also get put on Trigger later, and then we have our own specials that we do as well, and that's the Trigger KO channel. So there's like two of them.
Okay, cool. Do you guys got some Christina fights on it?
I'd have to look. I know that I think we took them down before you know the fight. Of course, we don't want to leave them up there and get scouted. So I think they took them down maybe, but I'd have to check. I really don't know. Somebody else manages the YouTube for us.
Oh, okay, nice move.
Yeah, look, he's got people managing all kinds of different stuff. Maybe you should help me out with some of the stuff I gotta do.
I'm lazy.
I know, Ray. All you do is
See, I'm not, but I'm like, I'm getting to the point. I'm like, I got too much stuff.
Ray books guests. That's all Ray does.
That's all I do.
You don't even work the board anymore.
Nope, I don't edit the audio. I don't do nothing.
Ray's got me in charge of everything here. He's a slave driver. He's a gangster.
That's funny.
All right, man. I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for coming on. I can't believe we got you on. You're going to be in hot demand soon.
You got to hook us up with Christina, man.
Oh yeah. Well, let's figure it out. I want to see what her schedule is like because I want to see what they've booked for her basically because we had some commitments already because people interviewed her before and you know we have a line of those. So let me get with their schedule, see what they've done, and when they're done, or if there's a slot in there, or whatever. No, we'll absolutely do something. I just need to figure out the schedule because I don't know that. Cool. So
all right, man. We'll definitely make time.
Oh yeah.
Ray's, you're supposed to do your booking offline, not during the podcast.
Oh.
Not even leaving me more editing. Ray's doing his job while we're working.
Oh, good.
Multitasker.
That's funny. No, this was really fun. I appreciate that you guys brought me on and wanted to talk to me.
You know, because I wanted to get you on here for a while. And, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm nobody. That means a lot. I appreciate it. I'm just trying to do some good things around here in the sport, and I love it. That's my thing. I'm just like super fan or something.
Yeah, me and Caveman, me and Caveman love MMA, and we were, you know, if you're a promoter in Kentucky, we want you on.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
Just helps us build our fan base everywhere too. We want to get out of state guys and really start building a network.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, and that's good. And then same for you guys. I'll help you guys out a little bit as well. And I think that's how it works as a team. We got to promote the whole market, and that way we grow the whole market. Otherwise, it's just always going to be segmented.
All right, man. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. We'll get this up in the next couple of days. I got to finish Mark Hall's hooker thing. We had Mark Hall on, a UFC legend, and he apparently duct tapes hookers and puts them in his trunk. And he talked about it. So.
Oh, good. That's a whole different topic. That's awesome.
Yeah. So no matter what
you make a movie out of that.
No matter what you saw in this one, it's way better than the last one I just did.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, you could have a couple sequels with this one. You're on to something. That's crazy.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your time, man.
Thank you, Trigger.
You're welcome. Hey, thank you, guys.
Have a great day,
very
Trigger.
much. I look forward to talking to you soon.
Definitely, man. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
That was good, Ray.
Yeah.
He wasn't Russian, though.
I heard some Russian names, though.
Yeah, a lot of Russian names. He didn't have an accent, at least.
Yeah. But, hey, he's American. He was in the Navy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marine Corps guy.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Busy man.
I know the feeling. Not as busy as him, man, but I'm busy.
But he's busy as hell.
Yeah. He's not training as hard, though.
Nah, but he busy, though.
He's busier.
Yeah.
He's not training as hard.
Yeah, he trained more. He like Muay though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, he's more in the business part of it.
Mm-hmm. I like this guy a lot. It was a good interview. He speaks really well, too.
Yeah.
Not like Dan Severn trying to cuss off all the time. Ray's still laughing because Dan Severn's his favorite.
Yeah.
Text with him every night. They're like bosom buddies.
I want to find out. I want to update that liquid marijuana. Remember?
Yeah, we gotta get him back so we can talk about his marijuana growth process. Not illegally. He's just doing the CBD portion of it. So.
Yeah. So, Dan, we want you back, buddy.
Yeah, we definitely want to hear about the marijuana growing. This guy's never gonna talk to us again after he listens to this podcast, probably.
Oh yeah, he will.
No, I'm gonna leave the dogs in.
Cool. The dog wanted to be on the Caveman corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too bad we couldn't have got him on the week before, like we were talking about. Then we could have said his girl won because of Caveman's corner. I don't think any fighter that we've had on here has lost the next fight after they've been on here.
Yeah, nobody lost. And then Mark Murray won. And
Yeah, Mark Murray won.
Yep.
Mark Murray won both fights after I had him
Yo,
on.
Mark Murray's a beast. He's been winning lately.
Yeah. Mickey Gaskins thinks he can beat Mark Murray.
You think so?
I don't know. I haven't seen Mickey in the gym long. He got hit by a car or whatever, so.
Oh, poor Mickey.
Yeah.
Did he poop when he got hit?
I don't know. He might have.
Mr. Poopy Pants.
Oh, we didn't talk to Mikhail about him.
Oh, damn.
We should got Mickey signed.
Well, we're gonna. Well, we get Trigger back on here.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about Mickey next time.
We should get more back on too. Now that he's got the legends.
That building.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely gotta get him on.
Mm-hmm. So there's actually now a Legend of Cage building. So there's gonna officially be an MMA Hall of Fame.
And
know?
it's in Ohio, and we
Yep.
could drive over there.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and then we can catch the game when you buy the tickets from your girl.
it's gonna be me, you, and Brad Kohler.
I gotta bring my wife then if Brad Kohler's gonna be there. I'll be getting divorced if I don't. You know how it goes.
Yeah, Brad Kohler gonna have all the fun.
I know. That's all right though.
Yeah,
He's not married. He's rich from the combo hitter. We gotta get the combo hit. You never had me come over to do combo hitter yet either.
listen, it's hooked up in my garage. Let's do it.
All right.
We got to do a Caveman review.
Yeah, we can do the combo hitter and then we'll just grapple in your grass to do submission match in the grass. Don't wear white gi. All right, let's get here, Ray.
Right.
Walking Dead's on tonight. Watch that.
Okay.
It is on tonight.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
Yeah, it is.
You're the worst.
Play the music.
Oh, that's your job.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I run the board now. I forgot.
Yeah.
I gotta do everything for you.
Yeah. You like that short shot.
What's that?
You like a short shot. Hey, listen, I could do the music, it's easy to do. You just got to put it in this computer here.
It's not that easy to do because they changed everything.
Caveman Corner from the Franduzi Studios. We are out of here.
And we are located in
Buffalo, New York.
Mess it up again.
Shit. Well, actually, not Buffalo. We in Amherst?
We're in Buffalo.
Okay.
We're in Buffalo.
All right.
716 strong.
All right.
Yeah, their podcast sucks. We're better than them.
Oh hell yeah, and we could kick their asses too.
I don't know. Their
How about Thomas Take?
Thomas Take? He's a bitch. Huh? He didn't show up for FCP.
Wait, no.
together.
Was it? I thought it was Rich Mitchell show.
Was it Ground Force Fights?
I believe so.
Oh, he didn't show up for Ground Force Fights. Whatever show it was, he didn't show up for it.
Yeah, what happened to Frank the Tank? Frankie Flowers. I haven't heard
Frankie
of
Flowers is hanging out with his girl. He ain't got time for MMA no more.
Oh damn.
Look at his hairy back. He's like a gorilla. He's the first white gorilla I ever seen. He's like an albino gorilla.
Damn. Oh man.
Yeah, I gotta get a little shit talking and Easter egg.
Yeah.
You can tell it's getting near fight time and getting more agitated.
Oh yeah. Caveman is cranky.
I know.
He needs to get in that cage and fight. He needs to let his fist go and hit somebody.
Dude, when I ran to go pee in the middle of this podcast, my leg cramped up so bad I almost fell down again.
Yeah, I heard the door banging.
I know I was locked out. I was like, God damn it. I pulled a Ray.
I took my time to get in the
I
door.
know. You're still tired. I heard you talking. You suck.
I know.
I love you, Ray.
I'm a terrible co-host.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right. Peace.
Oh, my ear. Goddamn cauliflower ears are hurting.
Your ears are getting bigger.
Are they? Really? This is the one that hurts. Shut up. It's not ugly.
You gotta get that surgery, man. When I had mine growing, I went to the ear doctor specialist and he took
Do you know how hard I worked to get this goddamn thing? I ain't getting it taken off. Son of a bitch.
Yes, hopefully we could get Christina.
Yeah.
Get her.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna hook us up with her.
You're married, Ray.
Huh?
You're married.
You know what? I wanted to ask her. I wanted to ask her if she was single. Then I want to ask her if she dated a guy who can throw a punch. You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of fighter girls like to date guys that fight, right?
I don't know.
Then I'm gonna
Maybe
ask
they
her.
just like pretty guys like Gray Hendershot.
Oh, pretty boys make me sick.
Gray Hendershot.
What happened with the tournament?
Oh,
How y'all do?
first place kids, first place adults.
Cool.
Hell yeah,
Did
we
you-
rolled
you
in
didn't
there.
compete?
I didn't compete, no.
I see my man D-Ron Adams competed.
Hell yeah, dude, he's a beast.
Big as hell.
Hell yeah.
Big as hell.
I coached him actually. Yeah, he did great.
I remember he was in the. We went to high school together. We played football. He's a little older than me,
Mm-hmm.
but he was a good football player and a good wrestler. He got that wrestling background.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It shows too, man. He's so strong.
he's-
He's getting tired though. He had some Ray cardio issues.
He yeah, cause I know he gained weight. He's
Yeah.
bigger now. He got to cut some weight.
Mhm.
I heard he wanted to get back in MMA fight.
Yeah, he talked to me about it too. So he
Yeah.
should be. This is
Yeah.
one guy we get with Mikhail. He's probably gonna need a fight out of state too.
Yeah.
You know, get another fight out of state before he can fight back in New York.
Okay.
So maybe we can hook
Cause
him
it's been
up.
a while too. I think.
Yeah, it's been a long
And I
time.
think he fought. Yeah, it's been a while.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's cool, D-Ron.
Hey, Ron, you ever see that skit?
No.
Oh, Kay and Peel or whatever. I'll send it to you. Hey, Ron.
Was that Belator fight on Spike?
Yeah,
Oh shit. So
you didn't watch it?
was it? It was like a main card fight, right?
Yeah.
Her fight.
Uh-huh.
Oh shit. What the fuck I did? It was Friday, right? I
Yeah.
had to work Friday.
Oh.
I had to work Friday night. I'm trying to get me I gotta get me another job, cause I wanna start training, but it's gotta be, cause I start at 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
on
that
the job.
sucks.
So I'm gonna try to get. I want to see if I could stay later at work and start at 9 o'clock. If I could get some training in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Munkles is doing his 7 a.m. classes.
Who?
Brandon teaches 7 a.m. jiu-jitsu.
the thing is, though, my first job I start at 7
Uh-huh.
to 3. I work 7 to 3.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying though, with my second job, I'm gonna ask the boss if I can start at 9 o'clock. it's just a couple hours of work just to make a little extra money.
Right. All right. I'll actually stop this now.
Oh, you still recording?
Of course.
Oh shit.
I was waiting for something good, but nothing good ever happens.